but that sign makes me smile every time I see it. It reminds me that my imagination belongs to God, that my heart is His garden. On the other hand, sometimes I look at it and think, that's pretty silly. Nobody knows what that means. What kind of grown man makes signs that say weasel free? Notice the irony there. I can be staring at a sign that is meant to criticize my self-critical nature so I can break free from it. But then I start criticizing my critique of my self-criticism. And right now, I'm criticizing that. Welcome to Weezy World. Welcome to my tormented mind. I'm tormented, but I'm trying. Keeping a heart weasel free is hard work. So whenever I have an idea and I hear weasel words, I say usually silently, but sometimes out loud. Get off my seed, weasel. I know it's just an idea. That's all it's supposed to be. It's just a seed. I don't have to decide what to do with it yet. Maybe I'll forget about it. Maybe I'll hang it on my wall. Maybe I'll talk to it on my arm. Maybe I'll preach about it. I don't have to judge it yet. I can just enjoy it while it grows. I want you to learn how to enjoy things as they grow. Some of the things that God speaks to you will not be realized in this stage of life.
Okay, you said 2 minutes.
That's okay. Don't let the weasel destroy the potential. By the way, weasels are not just our inner censors. Even people who mean well can say things that cause us to stop believing in the potential God has put inside of us. An offhand comment like, that's kind of weird, can become a weasel that gets into our development process and upsets our uniqueness. But people seek from their own perspectives, from their own bias and emotional filters and spiritual templates. Don't let anyone else's limitations become your insecurity. At the same time, don't be a weasel to other people neither. When we're hypercritical of other people's ideas, when we ignore someone's contribution, or when we always interrupt what someone else has shared with the things that we perceive to be better, we don't give the seed a space to breathe. When we don't give people time to process and nurture something when we don't give people time to process and nurture something, we're being weasels. One time, Paul wrote, I care very little if I'm judged by you or by any human court. Indeed, I do not even judge myself. My conscience is clear, but that doesn't make me innocent. It is the Lord who judges me. 1 Corinthians 4, verse 3 through 4. In context, Paul was talking about people who criticize his motives and actions. He was saying he never evaluated his way of life. He said he had a clear conscience. So obviously he was doing his best. He was saying he didn't let weasels prematurely interrupt the process. He didn't let censors discourage him. He wasn't going to second guess everything, defend everything, or attach a disclaimer to everything just to avoid the possibility of being criticized. He added, therefore judge nothing before He added, therefore judge nothing before the appointed time. Wait until the Lord comes. He will bring into light what is hidden in darkness and will expose the motives of the heart. At that time, each will receive their praise from God. Verse 5. God is the judge. He's the only one qualified to know the true nature of anything. I especially loved the last phrase there, when God exposes the motive of the heart. We will all receive praise. That's hard for me to believe. I tend to think that God is going to expose my pride or my selfishness or my insecurity or my short temper. That's not the nature of God, though. He creates a safe space for you to grow and thrive. He's not like that boss or teacher who delight in pointing out your mistakes. He's not micromanaging you. He's not censoring your creativity. He's not making fun of your bolsters. No, he's not making fun of your blunders. He's looking for reasons to praise you, and he finds them everywhere. One of the things I've learned lately is how to respect and protect the living seed and what God speaks to me. I'm learning to give myself permission to process my ideas rather than interpreting my assessment of value of something because of a criticism, a doubt, or a sideways comment from someone. That means I'm going to scribble ideas down when I have them, even when they seem silly and I don't have to plan to show anybody. That means I'm going to sing it into my phone and mumble ideas unapologetically because I don't get charged by the minute for recording voice memos. That doesn't mean I feel like I'm supposed to share something that's a little rough around the edges with a friend to encourage them. I'm going to do that. That means if I'm in a collaborative, creative session and I have an idea that is unpolished but has potential, I'm going to put it out there just in case, even if I feel a little stupid while I do it. That means I'm going to show up for the important moments in my kids' lives, even if I don't have it all together when I do. That means I'm going to lean on into opportunities for love, knowing that they'll be messy and imperfect. As for me and my house, we will be really weasel free. I want to create an atmosphere for my kids where they know it's okay to create something just for the joy of creating it. If it's not hurting anybody and they're not making meth, go ahead. Be creative. Be something. Say something. Do something. I want to be the kind of person who doesn't squeak what somebody else is working through, but rather give them space to see where their seed can be. How about you? What seeds do you need to redeem? What dreams do you need to reconvince with this season of your life? Remember, with God, there's always a way, and by faith we will find it. Not by self-doubt or self-ridicule. Not by asking the opinions of weasels. Not by letting your inner censor bully you into blindness. Not by sitting on seeds that are meant to be planted. You will find your way forward by ignoring the inner circle. You will find your way forward by ignoring the inner critic and sowing your seeds in faith. You never know what the seed will produce until you plant it. And you can't plant it until you get the weasel off it. Declare your heart weasel free and see what your seed can be. I done planted my seed, y'all. That's what this is me doing. I'm being what I want to do or who I want to be. I'm genuinely doing this because this was helping me be a better person and grow into being loving the new me, who God created me to be. Dig?